Good evening and welcome. Today is Wednesday, August 8th, 2018, and this is a special meeting of the Board of Education. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we did open executive session, and we will not be closing the meeting because we have not adjourned executive session, so we will go back into executive session at the end of this very short business meeting. If we start with business of the board, number one, a tax certiorari. These are usually actually in our consent portion of our agenda, but because we just have a short agenda tonight, they're in the regular business of the board. Resolved that in the matter of the certiorari proceeding instituted by Les Todd Realty Corp. Affecting premises located at 88 Lake Avenue, Town of Eastchester, and designated as Section 32, Block 7, Lot 1A, the Tuckahoe Board of Education hereby approves the refund of school taxes in the amount of $9,306.82. And whereas pursuant to a resolution of the board under Section 3651-1A of the Education Law, the Tuckahoe Union Free School District, hereinafter district, established a reserve fund known as Tax Certiorari Reserve Fund to be used for the purpose of paying judgments and claims from a tax certiorari proceeding in accordance with Article 7 of the Real Estate Tax Law. And whereas the district is liable for the tax certiorari proceedings in the amount of $9,362.82, it is hereby resolved the Tuckahoe Union Free School District Board hereby authorizes the increase of A1964.400 refund of real property tax by $9,306.82, and the decrease of A864 tax certiorari reserve by $9,306.82 to be used in accordance with the applicable laws for the purpose of paying legal fees, expenses, and tax certiorari judgments. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Dash, discussion. Well, now we know why we put it in the consent agenda.
Liz, do you want to speak to this just a bit? Or?
No, this is just a tax certiorari, a small one, in relation to some of the other ones we've received, and it was reviewed by the district's attorney, and he is in concurrence with the settlement agreement.
Right. I will just add that because they are normally in the consent agendas and we don't discuss them, it is a reminder of how we have set up the reserve for the purposes of these payments, which has helped us to not have to bond these refunds. In this case, $9,306, not so bad, but we have seen tax certs in tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that is why we have the reserve fund, and thank you, Lee, for helping keep that healthy. Okay. All in favor? Number two, accept a donation. Whereas the Tuckahoe Union Free School District has been informed of a donation to be made for the installation of a new flag display in the middle school high school gym, and whereas the district would like to accept such donation, it is hereby resolved that the district shall accept the donation from the Tuckahoe PTA in the form of a new flag display. Motion? Pete, second. Rob, discussion?
I just want to thank our PTA. They do so many things for the students and our school. This would be in the middle high school gymnasium. I think they took notice that our flag was undergoing some wear and tear over the years, and we will have a beautiful new display for the opening of school. And again, thank you to the PTA for the donation.
Thank you. All in favor? Number three, award a bid. Whereas the Board of Education of Tuckahoe Union Free School District sought bids for asbestos abatement of select locations in Cottle Elementary School, and whereas the bids received were opened on July 25, 2018 at 2 p.m., and whereas by letter dated on July 27, 2018, the apparent lowest bidder, EMC Inc., requested permission to withdraw its bid due to its failure to include a portion of the work in its bid. And whereas by letter dated on July 26, 2018, the apparent second lowest bidder, City WND Inc. requested permission to withdraw its bid due to an error in their bid tabulation, and now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby consents to accept the bids with withdrawals of EMC Inc. and City WND Inc. And be it further resolved, the Board of Education hereby awards the contract for asbestos abatement of select locations in Cottle Elementary School to the now lowest responsible bidder, Suburban Restoration Co., Inc., P.O. Box 28, Hawthorne, New Jersey 07607. General construction contract in the amount of $69,380. And be it further resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the board president to execute the contract between the Tuckahoe Union Free School District and Suburban Restoration Co., Inc., and be it further resolved that the superintendent of schools and assistant superintendent for business for School for Business are authorized and empowered to take all necessary and appropriate actions in order to comply with and enforce the contract with Suburban Restoration Co., Inc., and to further the purpose of this resolution. Motion. Rob, second. Cynthia, discussion. Lee?
We did receive approval yesterday from State Ed to go forward with this project. Everything was in order, and we are ready to proceed. We had previously, in anticipation of approval from the state, bid out the project, and Suburban was the lowest responsible bidder, as you stated in the resolution. We also have another contract to Omega, who will do air monitoring, lined up and ready to proceed as well. We did not have to bid out their piece of the project, as it was a much smaller portion. And we are hopeful that we will have, well, I should say as well that everything has been done in terms of the paperwork and the notifications required, and we are ready to proceed next week if everything can be arranged, and it looks as though it should be.
Okay.
So everything should be done.
Let me just ask you, when you say can be arranged, so are there like further approvals or inspections?
nothing else.
So no,
It's
so we're
just-
all set with that, so that the contractor can,
Just as long as the
as long as the timing of their starting, so we're good to go.
Exactly. They
Good.
just have to coordinate their start times.
Okay.
But the anticipation is Monday.
Wonderful.
You
Okay.
mentioned it's monitored, the work is monitored?
Yes, it's monitored by, in accordance with the Department of Labor, I believe, or the Department of Health, but there are strict regulations, and the state and the architect make sure they're licensed, and they are making sure that they monitor the air quality before the project begins, as well as during and after, and they seal off the area of the building that they will be working in.
And the cost for the monitoring is included in this bid or not?
No, that's a separate cost, and it's approximately $10,000.
How
And it's
many,
part
how
of-
many,
I'm sorry?
how many floors, how many different rooms,
We're
locations?
doing 4 classrooms.
Four classrooms. Okay. All in favor? Okay, we're going to move on to personnel. 1, rescind an appointment. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby rescinds Resolution F4 of the July 9th, 2018 meeting. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Cynthia, discussion. Okay, this is basically a formality. At the reorg meeting on July 9th, a vote was taken, and I don't know if the audience at home remembers the way we were set up, and I was not able to accurately see everybody's hand. So from now on, if I don't see everybody's hand go up, then I will ask for opposed vote, and we'll take a second vote. So because of that, we had to rescind that, and then the next item on the agenda is to vote on that same item again. We motioned already. Yeah. All in favor? Okay. Number 2, approve additional days. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby approves Deborah DeFrancisco to work up to an additional 25 days during the period from July 1st, 2018 to August 21st, 2018 at the rate of 1/200th of her annual salary for additional days worked not to exceed $18,000. Is there a motion? Rob, second. Pete, discussion. Carl, has this work been complete? I mean, because it's a timing thing. Has the work been completed at this time, or is there additional work to be done?
No, there is additional work to be done. Basically, what Ms. DeFrancisco does is work with families from other districts and other school districts who might want to send students here as non-resident special education tuition students. We do welcome that revenue. A lot of it happens during the summer when she typically is not required to work. So this is extra compensation for extra days to perform this service. She has, I don't have the exact number of days, but she has been here at least, probably at least 3 weeks, probably between 15 and 18 days. So it is winding down. I would think she'll probably do another week or so. And we do have, I believe at this point, tentatively, it's not hasn't been approved, but three new non-resident tuition students that the board will be asked to approve shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Carl, in regards, we hired a new director of special education, Dr. Spatola.
Mm-hmm.
He began over the summer as well. This work obviously is something that's required, and my understanding of this has occurred in the past, prior years, for the same type of work that she's performing. Is this work that in the future we may not have to incur, or is it something that you think is an ongoing, it's necessary, it's kind of how the process works, or that'll evolve in time?
Good question, Rob. I think some pieces of this would be done by the new director of special ed. But there will always be some aspect of this when a student with an IEP is being referred from another district. There's a number of steps involved. They include a classroom observation. There are CSE meetings. There's outreach to that district. There's coordination. And it doesn't necessarily have to be any one person, but we typically rely on either our guidance counselors or school psychologists they have important roles to play in this process. So I think Mr. Spatola would probably be more actively involved after he settles in, and I think we will always rely on some staff members to facilitate this process.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Okay. We did number 3. Number 4, extend appointments.
We didn't do
Number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Approve additional days. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize there were 2 additional days. Resolved that upon the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education hereby authorizes Louis Cuglietto to work an additional 2 days as interim principal for the William E. Cottle School during the 2017-18 school year, pursuant to the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement dated July 18, 2017. Motion. Cynthia, second. P, discussion.
I'll just say, Mr. Cuglietto, we usually don't do this retroactively. He was approved for 3 days after school concluded to do some transitioning with our new Cottle principal, John Marash. He worked all 5 days. I was not aware of that, but he did submit the paperwork, and certainly he was here, and I think we all appreciate the work that he did, so I am asking the board retroactively to approve this so we could compensate him for those last 2 days.
Thank you. All in favor?
Thank you.
4, extend appointments. Resolved to extend the appointment of following individuals from August 10th, 2018 to August 17th, 2018 at a rate of $11 an hour for 4 hours per day. Chad Banks, Frank Costa, Graham Girardi, Harrison Boyer, John Dean Jr., Matthew Annunziata, Nicholas Bopalakis, Nicholas Collins, Robert DeLeo, Dylan McMahon. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Cynthia, discussion.
I would just like to say that these have been our custodial summer helpers. They've been wonderful help to the custodians in the building. Most of them are probably not available next week because they have to begin football practice, but whoever might be available, we would love to have them work another few days for us.
Great. All in favor? Number 5, appoint secretary to school principal. Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby appoints Linda Hoffman to the position of secretary to school principal effective August 21st, 2018, with a probationary period of 52 weeks from August 21st, 2018 to August 20th, 2019. Ms. Hoffman shall be assigned to the Tuckahoe Middle School and placed on Step 2 of the Secretary's salary schedule. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Rob, discussion?
I'll just say that Ms. Hoffman has worked with us as an aide. She has very good qualifications, formal education. Her work has only received praise. And we're happy to see her move into this much-needed position, working with the new middle school principal.
All in favor? Number 6, appoint a principal. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Gregory Stiefel to a 4-year probationary appointment in the tenure area of principal at the Tuckahoe Middle School effective August 27, 2018 through August 26, 2022 at a salary of $175,000 for the 2018-19 school year. Gregory Stiefel holds school district administrator and social studies 7 to 12 certifications. Is there a motion? Cynthia, second. Rob, discussion?
If I may just give a little background on Mr. Gregory Stiefel. We're very pleased that the board is considering him for this position. The district had a late resignation. Mr. Barnett is officially finishing his assignment on August 15th. We wish him well. We immediately went into a search mode, and throughout the month of July, the district conducted a rigorous search process. We had many qualified applicants. Over 100 people applied for this position. It was a competitive group of people, which I was very pleased with. We organized the middle school PPLT committee. I want to thank those parents and those teachers who gave up 2 days of their summer. They were very thoughtful in vetting each and every candidate and posing challenging questions, and they were very insightful. After that, we had an administrative level interview, and I thank our administrators for participating. Again, we narrowed this pool down to a smaller group of finalists for the admin team, and Mr. Stiefel emerged at every level as the choice candidate for our district. For so many different reasons. But to give you a little background, for the past 10 years, he has served as the assistant principal of Seven Bridges Middle School in the Chappaqua Central School District. Prior to this, he served as an 8th grade social studies teacher at East Side Middle School in Manhattan's District 2. He has his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and a Master of Arts in Teaching Secondary Social Studies from Fordham University. He also holds a Master of Science in Educational Leadership from LIU. He has all his certifications, as you read in the resolution, and you know what showed through at each and every level of the interview process and through his references is his deep commitment to education. He has a very, very thorough knowledge of middle-level education. That is where he spent the majority of his career. We do believe he is a great match for us. He knew an awful lot about our school. He took the time to research Tuckahoe. He was very thoughtful, and I believe his experience, his knowledge, plus his time spent in a very high-performing Westchester district, I think all these things will combine to serve him very well as the next principal of Tuckahoe Middle School. So I do give you a strong recommendation for Mr. Stiefel.
Thank you, Carl. All in favor? Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you all so very much. Those are very kind words, Carl. Thank you.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Welcome.
Good luck. Thank you. It's an honor. I'm humbled.
Yeah, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you.
Right ahead.
Yeah, you have to be on mic, Greg.
I'll be very brief, I promise. I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. And whenever I speak publicly, I like to begin with gratitude. So, so many people I want to thank. I want to thank all the teachers and PTA members and district and school administrators who came during the search process. I learned so much from them about Tuckahoe schools. I heard them all when they said that the traditions and the family atmosphere are very, very important to them. And for those two reasons, I think that I'm an excellent match for Tuckahoe. I'm so very pleased, and I heard that loud and clear. I want to thank my family for being here. Riley, Freddie, Maddie, my children, my wife, Kim. Without you and our togetherness, there'd be nothing. So thank you guys for being here. I also want to thank, and this is really important to me, my third grade teacher, Ms. Sullivan. I was in a parochial school, St. Kevin's School, in Flushing, Queens, and Ms. Sullivan was like the shining star in a school full of very strict and rigid Sisters of Mercy. And the nuns taught us what we had to do, but Ms. Sullivan taught us about loving learning. And I remember specifically I learned from her to love literacy as she read to us out loud the books James and the Giant Peach and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I learned to love math from Ms. Sullivan as she taught us how to debate sports statistics and learn how to calculate averages through the study of our sports heroes. I learned from Ms. Sullivan how to think and be patient because she took the time to teach us and to organize chess tournaments in third grade. And I still have a ribbon from one of her chess tournaments. It was third place, and I'll never really gotten over that. But the idea that we were studying chess and participating and competing in tournaments at that age has really stuck with me. So I also, of course, want to thank Carl and the Board of Education for those incredible kind words, and most importantly for the faith and confidence that you're putting in me to help develop the young people of Tuckahoe. I look forward to partnering with you on this work, and I can't wait to get started. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I could just add, I've said this before, last year when we hired our interim principal at Cottle, Lou Cuglietto, he said something to us that I have repeated several times, and he knows that I repeat it, and that is when you hire into your school district, you are bringing someone into your family. So we welcome you into our family here at Tuckahoe. I always say I think it's got to be the right person and the right time, and this is your time, so good luck to you and welcome.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, members of the board. Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Look at Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Take care.
See you again soon.
Oh, very sweet. Okay, number 7, appoint a Spanish teacher. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Matthew Waga to a 4-year probationary appointment as teacher of Spanish in the foreign language tenure area commencing September 1st, 2018 and ending August 31st, 2022, contingent upon achievement of effective or highly effective APPR ratings necessary to receive tenure throughout the probationary period, consistent with the requirements of Education Law 3012, 3012C, and or 3012D. On Step 1, MA of the TTA salary schedule, Mr. Waga holds initial certification of Spanish 7 through 12. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Rob, discussion? Go ahead.
Well, I will just say, unfortunately, the district has had some turnover with our foreign language department. And once again, a teacher for personal reasons had a family situation that she had to attend to, needed to resign from the position. We wish her well, and she served us well. But we were faced with a very late search process. I think we're fortunate to have Matthew working with us. If the board, assuming the board will approve this. He is early in his career, but comes with very, very strong references. He graduated NYU and then City College. And we think he has all the potential to be a very strong teacher and hopefully stay with us for some years into the future. So we're moving forward with this, and we will give him all the support he needs, and I think he will be a great asset to our district.
Oh, he'll be teaching middle school and high school?
It's middle and high school combined, Peter, yes.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, we are now going to go back into an executive session, and we'll adjourn our meeting from there. Thank you for watching at home. Enjoy the remainder of the summer, and we will meet again on August 27th for a regular scheduled board meeting. Thank you and good night.